Have you found yourself in a situation where you feel as though you're just lacking confidence and the motivation to even go immerse yourself into something? Well, the good news is confidence is not an inborn trait. And just like riding a bicycle is a skill, so is building your confidence a skill. Now let's look at when you were younger and you used to ride a bicycle. I was a little bit wobbly, unsure of myself. Now you all have stories. You can all remember yourself learning how to ride a bicycle. And remember the first time when you actually removed those training wheels, you're a little uncertain, lost a bit of confidence. And I'm sure, like me, later on you were able to ride your bicycle hands-free and absolutely loving the moment and enjoying riding a bicycle. Now, the beauty of all of this is that confidence is a skill that you too can build. So I'd like you to think of confidence as synonymous with competence. So whatever the setting is, you need to develop that competence to be confident. So there's really just 3 ways in which you can actually grow and develop your confidence. The first thing is you need to get out your comfort zone. You know, we prefer not to do things that challenge us, that get us out of our comfort zone. Now that's the first step. If you want to be confident, you need to get out of your comfort zone. Just like riding the bicycle, you got out your comfort zone and you learned the skill of how to ride a bicycle successfully. I'm not very comfortable talking behind a camera. Now you can put me in large audiences. I've presented in conferences around the world with thousands of people, and I'm very, very comfortable in that setting because there's a person there and I can relate. This has really been out my comfort zone, coming and talking to a camera, not having that interpersonal feedback. And I'm trying to, in the same way, gain confidence in presenting this information through a camera. So it can be done. You can get out that comfort zone and go learn confidence in whatever setting it is that you want. Point 2, what inhibits us is our limiting beliefs about ourselves. We think we can't do it. It's very simple. If you think you can, you can. You think you can't, you can't. So if you believe that you lack confidence, you are confident in that idea. So you're going to perpetuate it and you're going to continuously lack confidence because you believe you're not a confident person. So no one can actually lack confidence because you're confident in lacking it. So change your self-belief. I'm going to share a personal example. I used to play softball and I believed I was a very good outfielder because I knew I was fast and I was always sent outfield and no ball passed me. But when it came to batting, I had this limiting belief that I was not a batter. And you know, in the baseball lineup, the poorest batters usually get put at the bottom of the lineup. Well, I was those. And I'll never forget it. We were in one particular game. We were on the bottom of the 9th frame. I was playing for my country against another country. We had loaded bases. The score was 6-5. We had 3 on base, and I was the last batter, 2 down, and I was up to bat. Now they got the poorest batter going to bat. And it was that point in time where I dropped my limiting self-belief. And you know what superseded it was my belief that I wouldn't let my peers and my colleagues down. So I stopped trying. I actually let go of trying and I trusted instead. So that was an important transition. I went up to bat. First ball, strike 1. Second ball, strike 2. I had one last chance to hit that ball. And I must tell you, I hit a home run. So becoming one of the worst batters, I was landed up being put in the center of any lineup, being one of the top batters. And it all came in letting go of my fear and trusting yourself. Trust is a very important part in self-belief. You know who you are. You can depend upon yourself. You're in control of yourself and your own actions. And the minute you know who you are and be authentic and true to yourself, that's when your confidence starts radiating. The biggest limiting belief is fear. Now, what is fear? Fear is your belief that something bad is about to happen, some catastrophe. That's what fear is. And essentially, it's contaminated faith because you believe in this negative outcome as though it's really happened. And then you end up self-sabotaging yourself. Let go of fear. The third point on how to address confidence is through projecting confidence. And there's 2 components of projecting confidence. The first one is body language, and the second one is self-talk. Now let's talk about body language. I just want to share with you Amy Huddle, who's an expert on non-verbal communication. And she goes through how important our body language is in interpersonal relationships and confidence. And there's one particular example where she talks about the power pose. And she's done this experiment with individuals conducting the power pose before they're going into any high-stakes situation, be it an interview, be it a tough discussion. And those individuals who put themselves in the high power position before entering in that high-stakes situation often outperform their peers who don't use the power pose. So what does it tell you? It tells you that if you act and behave in a certain way, you become that. Now, likewise, in terms of your body language, it's very important that you don't confine your body if you're nervous and apprehensive. You take your space, shoulders back, eyes up. You don't crouch around. You project your body as somebody who owns this space. And the more you practice focusing on your body language, you will start projecting confidence. And the more you project confidence, the more you become confident. And you've heard that expression, fake it till you make it. Fake it till you become confident. I want you to think of an example when you felt very confident. Maybe it was when you were 6 years old, when you were in a play, and now later in life you've lost your confidence. Any sort of event or situation where you felt particularly confident. I'd like you to please share your story, put it in the comments. It's very helpful for other people to see this too. And I want to have a chat with you. I'm genuinely curious. I want to know the time where you felt confidence. I respond to each and every comment and I want to enjoy a conversation with you. So leave a comment down below and let's get into self-talk. Self-talk is a conversation that happens inwardly. The stuff you keep on telling yourself. You need to take cognizance of what you're saying to yourself. You are predicting your outcome based on what you tell yourself. So if you walk into a room and you start feeling this anxiety rising and you start saying, oh, in your mind you say to yourself, I'm not the most confident person. You know what's going to happen? Your behavior is going to follow. So you need to become cognizant of your thoughts. If you observe your thoughts, that'll give you a clear pattern of the way you self-sabotage yourself. I know, I've done it plenty of times. Coming back to the baseball situation, the minute I changed that self-talk and said, but I am good at supporting my peers and colleagues, that's when I trusted myself. That conversation that happened internally resulted in a successful outcome. How do you change your self-talk? First of all, you've got to be aware. So journaling is often a very, very good technique, is to write down your thoughts and reflect on what your thinking is. Consciously make a choice and a decision to reframe what you say and say it in the positive. So instead of saying, I am not confident, start reframing it and believing you are confident. Say, but look at the times I have been confident. Reinforce all the times you've demonstrated confidence. It comes back to emotional intelligence. So once you are fully aware of yourself and the impact you have of others, you can master that situation and derive the outcome that you are seeking. And that is a confident you that enjoys relationships, that enjoys whatever it is you want to enjoy. So you've got to be true to yourself. You've got to be authentic and start taking risks. Get yourself out of that comfort zone. That's when the magic really starts happening. Take risks, but don't expect to get it right the first time. It's going to take lots and lots of practice. You know, if I go back to that example of the bicycle, how many times did you fall off the bicycle? How many times did you get back on? The problem is, as adults, we are so fearful. We make one mistake, and because our ego is so fragile, we're so fearful of what people are going to say and think of us, we don't try again. Assert yourself. So the example of social settings where you feel fearful to go and be involved with individuals and have a conversation with them. I'm saying to you, just do it. Go and assert yourself and remember the times that you have been confident. You have conversations with multiple people on a number of occasions. Why should this setting be different? You need to assert yourself, take that risk, and just go for it. So what if people don't like you? You're not everybody's cup of tea, and neither is everybody your cup of tea. You know next time not to go greet them at the bar. Fundamental to all of this is you've got to trust yourself. Stop trying and just trust. If you don't want to miss any of these sort of topics, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the notifications. I hope to see you in my next video and look forward to our conversations in the comments section. Thanks for watching. See you next time.